This is your Sleepless God again, back with What If Midoriya Was Bowser? Now, last time we left off, Midoriya and Princess Peach has got more of a closer connection now. When I mean closer connection, I mean, damn, dog, that thing's a lot bigger than I thought it was. That connection. They basically gained their relationship. And we talked about how Princess Peach is basically traumatized by the situation that she was in, but she's fighting through it. But to help her fight through it, she needs Bowser there. She needs Bowser to be with her. With that, that's why when she wanted her to do it by herself by the UA festival. So she said, Bowser, you're not going to help me. And Bowser said, maybe. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Now, like, Princess Peach is, like, really trying to be very volatile, like, trying to stand her ground. And Bowser is just smiling and saying, no, I might help you if necessary. Now, Princess Peach goes into the festival. Now, Bowser knew Todoroki was going to do some fuckboy shit, so he helped Princess Peach out with that and jumping her a massive distance. He finished the race with ease. She did as well. Bowser got first. She got fourth. Then the blah 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 shit with them all stacked on top of each other. They actually did really well, but they got second place, mostly because they were less aggressive. They weren't really like attacking constantly. They still did really good, but they weren't like Bakugo, who was constantly getting on people, grabbing them, flipping them around, trying to get their headbands, really aggressive like. And now we're gonna start with the actual arena fights, the battles. Now, the first fight we're gonna talk about is Momo against Mind Control Guy. Bro, what the fuck, bro? Calm the hell down. I feel like a fucking angel's gonna strike me down. They get proper cause, probably. I try to speak to God, but God listens to me sometimes. But Momo and Mind Control Guy, I'm only doing this because I don't want to do him and Bowser, because I know what Bowser's gonna do to this man. It's actually an interesting fight because Momo is more battle IQ level, because she's more tactically made. She can fight more better. She can make more stuff that is able to fight more better, and also she is not holding back as much. She's not, she doesn't care that she has to hurt someone now. She knows what that feels like, and she knows how to handle that kind of stuff. He does win though the fight. He does win the fight only because Momo gets outsmarted by him and answers one of his questions, and Momo does not have any defenses against his mind control abilities, and she walks out of the court. Now, second fight, Kirishima against Metal Guy. It happens the same thing as the anime happens. They both smash each other in the face. Kirishima wins, but only by barely. And it's a pretty good fight. We all know what's going to happen like that. Second fight. Or third fight, sorry. Numbers, just a number game. Is Bowser against Tokiyami. Electric Boy. Shock Man. Pikachu. There it is. That's the nickname. Pikachu. Now, this fight goes fast. Mostly because Bowser's durability is way more higher than whatever Pikachu can lightning him to death. But he does release everything. He goes all stupid brain, and then Bowser just, pushes him out of the ring. Okay, Big Hands against Princess Peach. Now, Princess Peach is trying to like she has to strategize a lot more than she thinks she has to, and right now she is really hard, really easy with this one because all she has to do really is touch someone and make them fall, and basically make them as heavy as like 10 tons easily, and then just crush their bodies. Now they're done for. With that, she has to dodge around her hands, but when she just gets a touch of it, just a finger touching the hand, she falls down, crumbled, victory. Next fight. Tape Dude against Todoroki. Now Todoroki is vicious like he was. He just ices him before he even can get to move. Almost gives him third-degree frostbite instantaneously. Next fight. I'm just going to say next fight. Bakugo against Kirishima. Kirishima does a strong-ass fight, especially because he's trying to be as manly as Bakugo. He's trying to be as good as Bakugo, but Bakugo still wins that fight. Next fight. Dark Shadow against Copy Quirk Guy. Now, it's actually a pretty good fight, but after Copy Quirk touches him and tries to copy his quirk, it kind of goes into Dark Shadow's favor in this because, Copy Quirk can't really get around his quirk because it's all about emotions and he can't control it as well as Dark Shadow can. So Dark Shadow just crushes him after this point. Then Mind Control Guy against who's it? Mind Control Guy against Bakugo. Not Bakugo. No. Not Bakugo. Todoroki. Todoroki does not care. Like he did last time. Boom! Froze him. Not as viciously as he did before, but gone. Next fight. Bakugo against Princess Peach. Now this has been a fight that Princess Peach has been waiting for. This man has been pushing her on the buttons. She's just ready to be there and ready to fight. So when they duel and when they go for it, it's like animals to each other because Bakugo just goes straight out. He blows up his hands going as fast as humanly possible, like with his explosions, trying to, instantly get her as she's lowering down her weight as much as he can to, dodge him as well. And then right when he's gonna strike her, putting her weight as much as she can before her legs get out to make that extra durability so she doesn't feel the blast as much as Bowser's seeing this and he is memorized, but he's also just prepared for him to rush down there, cancel the match, and grab her. Because like Bakugo is a tough opponent, seeing that with Kirishima, that he's a tough opponent, and that with that he believes in Princess Peach, but he automatically has to be prepared to save her if it has to be. Now, Princess Peach is using her strategy of she knows that Bakugo doesn't want to get close to her because if Bakugo gets close to her and she grabs him at all, he's down for the count. So he's saying more long distance explosions, and that's making rubble, and that's making a lot of chances for her to dodge him, making more things that she can use for this one attack. And then Bakugo blitzes her, and then she slides on the ground, dodging his blow, and as he strikes it against the ground, making as massive rubble as she touches all of the rubble and lowering their rate by a lot. I mean, almost zero weight, and chucks them all up, straight up, as hard as she can and as fast as she can, as she lowers her weight as well, jumping straight up to get to the rubble. As Paco starts realizing what she's doing, because she upgrades their also durability and not just their weight. And all of this rubble striking down at once is gonna be like a meteor shower. As she snaps her fingers, as all of them start blasting down like a meteor shower, literally like a meteor shower. As Bakugo goes boom, 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 boom. He goes. His hands start to like tremble, as he has to do one thing that he doesn't want to do. He breaks his wrist. And he breaks his wrist doing just one hand explosion he knows he's going to injure himself, but he's going to survive this match, and he destroys all the rubble. As Bakugo, the dust starts to come over, as this stage is basically just a crater in the ground, as Bakugo's standing in the middle of it, as he's looking around, as the smoke is getting, as he feels a presence, as he turns around and blows up the entire, starting to blow blow up every single section around him, because he's trying not to be touched. As Bakugo feels something touch his shoulder, as it's a singular finger, as he falls to the ground. His entire face smashes into the earth as he looks up, as he sees Princess Peach with a broken hand, broken wrist, broken arm, a black eye, multiple cuts on her face, her jacket completely ripped off and just has the tank top under that, skinned everything, as she's looking down on him, saying, "I guess you lost." As Bakugo is like trying to get back up, but he can't, as he smiles. Like he's like actually laughing, because this is what he's wanting. He's always wanted to lose. Throughout his high school, middle school, elementary, anything. When he got his quirk, when he got arrogant, when he got cocky, there was no one to beat him. When he finally learned how to lose, when he finally lost like this, he felt good. He felt proud of himself, because he tried his hardest. He went all out. He didn't care how far he can push himself. He didn't care if this was a girl or not. He didn't care, and he lost, and he still lost. So there's always more growth. The reason why he's actually laughing and having a good time is because when he was growing up, he thought he hit a plateau. But he knows now there's always more growth, because he lost. That means if he goes out again and he wins, there's always more growth. Now, with that fight going ahead, Princess Peach has to get out of the match, because number one, she can't re-go her arm as fast anymore because she's exhausted. So, the doctor can't heal it as quickly. So she's done for the match. Uchako, it was Uchako against Dark Shadow. Dark Shadow won again. And then it's the final match. Well, it's one of the biggest matches. It's basically for second place, because right now there's only 3 people left. There's Bowser, Icy Hot, or Todoroki, I just remembered his name, and Dark Shadow, and those are the only 3 left. Dark Shadow knows he's not going to beat Todoroki, and knows he's not going to beat Bowser. So those 2 are already out of the gate. So it's who is going to get second place. It's basically who's going to get second place. And Bowser walks to, already was in the infirmary as they notify him that he's up next. That he's going to be fighting Todoroki. And he smiles. And just as Princess Peach says, "Why are you smiling?" as he says, "Can you help me out with something?" As she says, "Anything, my love? What do you need?" As he looks at her and just says, "I want you to take the crown off my head." As she smiles and just says, "I think I know what you're doing." As Endeavor tries to talk to Bowser, tries to get to him and say that you're going to lose no matter what. That's my perfect son. But he doesn't even talk to him. Bowser when he puts on his robe, it's a kingly robe, like all red, has the tassels. He has a hood around him. He transforms into his first transformation, and he's taller now. Normal Bowser, what does that put him like 7'2"? He's now like 7'6", and these massive muscles go through as he covers all of his body with the actual, cloak. Let's say it's like a cloak. As one of the Koopa men's put a crown on his head. As they put the hood up. As he gets up, his back spikes piercing through the cloak itself, an added attachment to it, as he starts walking out onto the field. As Todoroki got onto the field, walked out, he's on the stage as the entire crowd is cheering like, "Hey, wait, where's the other competitor? Where's the other competitor?" As they hear boom, boom, as they look at the other end of the stage, as they see 3 Koopa men, and right next to them is a massive beast, and the room goes quiet, as it almost seems like time can stop. Even Todoroki can feel the time slowing down as he sees Bowser, or what he thinks Bowser is. He seems more muscular. And then he starts walking. As Princess Peach walks up. Broken arm still added and has a cast, and not a cast, but like a sling. As Bowser kneels on both of his knees, as the Koopa men untie the string around his neck and taking off the cloak itself. As everyone sees Bowser, the true and honest Bowser, his first form of Bowser, as Bakugo, and all of Class 1A and all of Class 1B is like, what the hell? As he bows his head as Princess Peach takes off Bowser's crown. And he stands back up to his full height as he walks to the stage. As each step makes the ground crack. As he looks at Todoroki and smiles his devilish smile.
and says, "Let's get ready to rumble." As Todoroki feels the air start to go hotter, like a furnace, as instantaneously Midnight goes ahead and starts the match, as he tries to do it like the same thing he does to the last couple of competitors, just freeze him automatically. He tries that with Bowser, as one massive punch destroys that hope from him. The entire stadium feels the quake of the earth as Bowser looks at him and just says, "Is that all you got?" As he puts one of his foot back as he launches forward, and he goes for a swing. As Todoroki has to do this and make another massive ice, already adding to the frostbite to his face as he swings and just destroys all of it, smashing the earth right next to Todoroki and basically already cracking the stadium itself, as All Might's up there looking at this, looking at how chaotically already he started. And he's like, that has to be my assessor. He has to be doing it because he's a monster, but at least he's powerful enough to deal with it. As Todoroki tries to step to the side and try to use his powers to give him some distance, as Bowser grabs his arm and just says, "You're not even going all out, so why should I?" As he chucks him like 30 feet the direction, as he like smashes in the pavement, slides, as Bowser starts, going back into his human form, starts changing back, as you know, he's still looking at him and just saying, "If you're not gonna go all out, why would I even try?" As Todoroki looks at him and says, "I'm not going to use that perverted power of yours, the fire. I know the story about that. It was your mother's, wasn't it? The mother's that gave you that scar." As he looks at him and says, "How? I have information. You know what you should use then? That power. The reason for that is because I've been holding back this entire time." As he's still in his human transformation. Gear Zero, I'm going to call it. I'm going to start using gears because they're cool. He says, the reason for that is because I do not want to destroy this place. But if you don't want me to hold back no more, as he goes, starts putting his foot back again to launch forward, you better use those flames. As he pushes his back foot forward, going for a launch, as Todoroki sees his fist going back, as he says, "Let's see if I can," as he blazes and put everything he can into the fire, as he covers, as Princess Peach stands up, directly looking at him, because she gets scared as you see him turning back into first gear, first transformation, going back more turtle-like, the spikes coming out of his back, as steam coming off of him as well, as he says, "Finally, something I'm actually proud of," as he slams his fist into the ground itself, cracking and thundering it, as the entire stadium almost splits in half, as he starts ripping it apart. He says, "Now let me see one more, just one more," as he punches forward, not even just the air itself. He's moving so quickly and he's so fast and so strong that he makes an air current, as Todoroki has to put up another ice shield as it smashes it to pieces, as he as Todoroki covers another face in fire, burning the ground, trying to stop him as he he basically using defense and attack as best he possibly can. As Bowser comes out of the flames, as you see his mouth just coming off it, as he looks over at the flames and he grabs it with one hand as he starts combining, gathering those flames, all of them, as he makes it into a massive ball and he puts it into his mouth and he just boom shoots it out as it's just a massive ball coming at Todoroki as he has to use every ice, basically giving already 30-degree frostbite, melting it off with his fire side as best he possibly can. He just melts it off as it rips into the stadium, burning everything to ash. Well, not to the stadium and stuff like outside with the people, but outside the stadium just burns as Bakura, as Bowser pops up and just says, "I'm sorry, but let me just finish this fight real quick," as he boom pops him in the stomach as he just hears crack as he goes flying out of the stadium into the wall itself, as Bowser puts his hand up as the Koopa men come down and put his robe back over himself and puts the hood back up as they walk him out of the stadium. As this is where we're going to end off the video. I hope you guys liked it. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.